over 600,000 people go missing in the United States each year. Tens of thousands remain mysteriously missing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mysteriously Missing. I'm Karen.
And I'm Carl.
This episode discusses the disappearance of Tyreek Pettigrew. He went missing on February 21st, 2018. There is not a lot of information on this case. The reports were vague and a bit confusing, but we pieced it together for you as best we could.
This episode retraces Tyreek's last known location in Moncks Corner. The town of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, is located in Berkeley County. It is 35 miles from Charleston and has a large lake, Lake Moultrie. This is along the northern part of the town.
The current population is estimated at approximately 12,500. Moncks Corner is 30 miles off the Atlantic coast. It is north of Savannah, Georgia, and south of Myrtle Beach.
A brief description of the case. Tyreek left his mom's house on Wednesday at about 9 a.m. in the morning in his mother's car. He was last seen on store video at the Fuel Express at approximately 3 p.m. Then at approximately 3:38 p.m., his mom's car was seen on video at the Cainhoy Mart, but Tyreek is not seen on this video camera.
His mom's car was found fully involved by fire on Cainhoy Road near Bramberg Circle in Charleston early the next day at 12:51 a.m.
He was driving a black 2007 Infiniti G35. The car belonged to his mother, Felicia.
Tyreek is described as a fun, lovable person. He would do the world for anybody, according to his mom. He loved people and everybody loved him.
Tyreek was 20 years old when he went missing, which would make him 23 now. He is 5'10" and weighs 148 pounds.
He's African American. His hair is black and his eyes are brown. No piercing or tattoos are reported.
He was wearing a green, red, and white Mexico soccer jersey with black pants and red sneakers.
Tyreek lived with his mother, Felicia Pettigrew.
We did not find any report that he had a job at the time of his disappearance.
Now let's get into the timeline. It's February 21st, 2018, a Wednesday. Tyreek's mother, Felicia Pettigrew, said she was sitting on her porch at their home on Ulmer Lane when Tyreek came up and spoke to her at around 9 a.m. He then got in her car and drove away.
And that's the last time she ever saw him.
Then Tyreek was last seen that Wednesday on store video at the Fuel Express at approximately 3 p.m. This is located on 1014 US 17A in Moncks Corner.
This is 2.5 miles from where he lived with his mom. What was he doing all that time? Hanging out with friends? He was 20, so he was no longer in high school.
At approximately 3:38 p.m., or about 30 minutes later, Tyreek's car was seen on video at the Cainhoy Mart, but Tyreek cannot be seen.
Cainhoy Mart is about 14 miles southwest of the Fuel Express, so he obviously had plans to head in that direction, and he did so soon after he left the Fuel Express.
Then, a neighbor told Tyreek's mother she had spotted his car later that day after 10 p.m. The vehicle was occupied by an unknown person who was not Tyreek at the El Cheapo gas station on U.S. Highway 17A and 52 in Moncks Corner, and this was according to an incident report.
This is approximately 2 miles away from his house. He most likely returned to that area after going to the Cainhoy Mart 14 miles away. Or did he travel somewhere? Can they identify the unknown person? Where was Tyreek in all those hours? Over by the Cainhoy Mart or back near his home?
February 22nd, 2018, Thursday the next day, Tyreek's Infiniti was found fully involved by fire on Cainhoy Road near Bramberg Circle in Charleston at 12:51 a.m., but Tyreek was nowhere to be found.
Deputies say they went to Tyreek's mother's residence on Thursday, February 22nd to notify her that her Infiniti was on fire off Clements Ferry Road on Cainhoy Road near Bramberg Circle in Charleston.
This is 30 miles south of his residence and where the car was last seen at the El Cheapo gas station. It was obviously taken there to this rural area to be set on fire.
Charleston police were the first to tell her something was wrong. Tyreek's mom said, about 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. is when they came and told me they found his car on fire.
And here's Tyreek's mom speaking about the car.
When me and my goddaughter went and we saw the car burn up, that's when I knew he was not coming back home. I just knew something had happened.
Deputies say they pinged Tyreek's cell phone, and it pinged off of Jedburgh Road at a residence at White House Road. Now, what's the connection between the pinging on Jedburgh Road and a residence on White House Road?
Right. Jedburgh Road is 5 miles from White House Road. And on Jedburgh Road, this is near Yankee Mart where his car was caught on camera. So who does live at this residence? Why was he there? Was it a friend's house?
Deputies say Tyreek's mother said she would try and call his closest friends to see if they knew where he might be.
And the only thing I can say, I wouldn't wish this on no parent. For them to lose a child and not know where that child is.
Friday, February 23rd, Tyrique was entered into National Crime Information Center, or NCIC, as a missing person.
The NCIC has been called the lifeline of law enforcement. It's an electronic clearinghouse of crime data that can be tapped into by virtually every criminal justice agency nationwide, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Berkeley County Sheriff's Office state this is an active case.
March 1st, 2018, 1 week after Tyreek vanished. His family offered a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to his recovery.
His mother, Felicia, said, with each passing hour, she's losing hope. I think my son is dead. God knows I hope I'm wrong, but I think my son is dead.
Felicia stated her son never stays away from home for long, but that he typically moves in silence. Tyreek was very secretive about himself, she said.
Captain Michael Crumbly said the Berkeley County Sheriff's Office is investigating and U.S. Marshals are also on the case, hopeful that they'll find Tyreek alive. We're still hoping that someone can provide us information that can help find him and return him to his family.
The Pettigrew family said they're praying constantly. Tyreek's cousin and family pastor, Michael Samuels, pleaded for friends of Tyreek to speak up if they know anything. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's making any effort. He had all these friends, yet nobody seems to know what happened to him.
Samuels said, if for nothing else, to provide closure to an already grieving mother. I hope they would come forward and tell me why they did what they did. I just want to know why, his mother begged.
Deborah Perry stated, I pray they find you, Tyreek. I know that your mom and grandmother are worried to death. I will be praying for the family.
February 5th, 2019, almost a year after Tyreek went missing. His family says they still don't know what happened to him.
As of it coming to be a year, the only thing I can wish God for is I want closure, said his mother. And if anybody knows anything about my child or his whereabouts.
February 21st, 2019, Tyreek's relatives had a private balloon releasing at a local park in honor of Tyreek at the 1-year mark of his disappearance.
The family had hoped it would help the community remember him, and maybe they would be one step closer to finding out what happened.
May 31st, 2019, a NamUs case was created.
February 17th, 2020, his family again asked for closure just days before the 2-year anniversary of Tyreek's disappearance.
And here's his mom speaking of what happened.
A lot of people knows what happened to my son. But whoever it is, whoever you are, I just wish they'll come forward. I don't hate nobody. I will never hate you. Just let me bury my child, whatever is left of him.
The Berkeley County Sheriff's Office say there have been no recent developments in his disappearance, and this is still an open case 2 years later.
And here's Tyreek's mom again.
I know my son was killed. I know in my heart my son was killed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Tyreek is not the type of person that just goes away and don't try to contact me, his grandma, his uncle. I know somebody killed my child. I know that.
This year, his mother couldn't go through the pain again of a ceremony to honor Tyreek.
Nothing has changed. I'm still hurting. I'm still missing. And I just want my son.
Things haven't gotten any easier after 2 years. It's hard for me, my family, my friends, and I want anyone who knows anything to talk.
I just want to know what happened to him. And let me be, as a mother, to be at ease. And let me go on. And let me go on with my life.
It's extremely sad to hear his mom still suffering like this after 2 years.
And that's all we have for this case, so let's recap. Tyreek left his mom's house on Wednesday morning at around 9 a.m. in his mother's car. He was last seen on store video at the Fuel Express at approximately 3 p.m.
Then at approximately 3:38 p.m., his mom's car was seen on video at the Janky Mart, but Tyreek is not seen on this video camera.
The next day at 12:51 in the morning, the car was found on fire on Cainhoy Road near Bramberg Circle in Charleston.
It is not a good outcome when a car is set on fire. Even though the car was in a rural area, were there any cameras checked along the way? It was dark when the car was set on fire, so this may be difficult to get video or witnesses.
Deputies say they pinged Tyreek's cell phone and it pinged off of Jedburgh Road at a residence at White House Road. Have they questioned the people at this residence?
Can a cell phone ping that accurately to pinpoint one house? This is near Janky Mart, which is 16 miles southwest of his home, and where his car was caught on camera. Why was he there, and was it a friend's house?
When Tyreek's mother said she would try and call his closest friends to see if they knew where he might be, what did they say? Why aren't his friends coming forward to help solve this case? Do they actually have an idea or know what happened to Tyreek?
Since the car was spotted that night in close proximity from where Tyreek stopped at 3 p.m. at the Fuel Express, have the sheriff's office interviewed all of his friends that lived in that area? Did he go to a friend's house and an altercation ensued? What could have happened?
Since someone else was driving his mom's car the day he disappeared, have they been able to identify this person?
Since the car was torched and he was not in it, where is Tyreek?
We'd like to thank Live 5 News, the Low Country's news leader, for their coverage of this story.
The Berkeley County Sheriff's Office asks if you have any information that may help locate Tyreek to please contact them at 843-719-4465.
For an anonymous tip line, please call Low Country Crime Stoppers at 843-554-1111. And please, someone be brave enough to come forward and relieve this grieving mother and family of their pain and find Tyreek. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Mysteriously Missing.
Thanks, everyone.